Welcome to both the AFL Northeast Border and AFL Goulburn teams, punters, coaches and sports staff, our umpires today and all the supporters and parents who've made the journey to Ballarat. I'd also like to thank the Carnival's major partners V-Line, the City of Ballarat and a thank you to our hosts at Mars Stadium here today. Firstly, I'd like to call both captains forward and Michael, our V-Line representative here today, to toss a coin. Before we start, we get the umpires to split in half and go down each line and shake the players' hands. Thanks very much and good luck to both teams.
Final game of the day here for day two of the 2025 V-Line Cup, live from Mars Stadium. The sun's starting to strike here. And what's been a wonderful day of action. Some of the best country footballers, both boys and girls, all across Victoria, merging together. The 76th edition of the V-Line Cup started all the way back in 1949. It's our final game of the day. It's a Division 1 matchup between the Northeast Bushrangers and the Goulburn Bushrangers. It's going to be a push in the back, free kick opportunity for the first goal. He's going to play on straight away from about 50 metres out and miss to the right. Could have been a hot start there. It was Will McGregor who did get the kick away. It's the first time the Northeast Bushrangers, very dangerous kick coming out of defence, but was able to keep a steady head and hold on to the mark there, Hamish White. Another good grab, this time from Nate Warren. He kicked 3 goals for Murray in the representative game earlier in the season. Lovely chain of marks building. Also copped a little bit of an EMSRJ, did Sydney Nile. Oh, nearly going back with the flight. Just floating that handball over the top to Noah Wells. He's got a classy kick, does Noah Wells. That's just a beautiful passage of play from the defensive goal square. Looked a little bit nervous, that first kick, but pulled it off nicely. And then just a lovely chain of very strong contested grabs, resulting in an opportunity for Riley Thompson from a tight angle here at Mars. Will be right behind this kick. Crowd making plenty of noise in attendance to get him going. He's got it. Used the win nicely there. Riley Thompson out of Cobram. Was part of the Division 2 side last year. He's in the Divi 1 this year and he's kicking goals. And a good start for the Goulburn Murray Bushrangers. They were in action yesterday. The Goulburn Murray went down to Bendigo by 52 points. Between the girls, the Division 2, still searching for their first win in the V-Line Cup, so they're going to be hungry. They're going to be ravenous to try. Of course, the V-Line Cup's not all about win and the wins and the losses, but when push comes to shove, the players are desperate to win. And here he is again, Riley Thompson. Having a lively little start to this contest. Turns 15 later in the year, still only 14 years of age. Stands at 175 centimetres right on the 50-metre line. Pops it into the pocket. And fortuitously landed out the back foot there for Sydney Nyla. Couldn't quite finish off the job. If it hit the woodwork in the end, there was a lot of players around the foot. He might have been a little touch on it as well. Either way, he might have scored. As they got the first entry and first scoring shot, did NE Bushrangers. Haven't seen a hell of a lot since. Just left the footy behind there, did Sims. We've got the numbers, but the cavalry will arrive for Goulburn. Clancy Keenan. There's Thompson providing another option there. He nearly did enough to get the mark, but will be thrown back into play right in front of the tradies, having a smoke eye break, watching some good footy. A few of the lads still doing some work behind them, but those two gentlemen more than happy to just take it all in. Why not? It's been good footy, a good crowd. Here for day 2 of the V-Line Cup. Austin Kruger joined alongside you here on commentary. As he's faked him out nicely. One-on-one isolation in towards the goal square, but just read the ball nicely there in defence. There's Jack Hudson. He's trying to kick that one either to Keenan or Warren. Instead, he found one of the umpires on the outer side to throw that one back into play. So one behind, plays 1-1-7. Early stages. Somewhat shallow throw-in. Just outside the pen of 50 for the Northeast Bushrangers. Searching for their first victory in the V-Line Cup. Holding the ball decision. It's an opportunity. Apologies, Goulburn searching for their first victory within the Cup. Although the Division 1, this is their first game. So fantastic courage. Didn't know what was coming. Put his body on the line, then executed the kick as well. They've been able to chip it around nicely and control possession. Levi Duffy, he's got some goal about him. And number 33 for Goulburn in the purple Guernseys, of course. Excellent work there from Noah Wells. Will try to receive the football back and does so. Can't weave his way out of that one, though. So good pressure from Northeast, who, like I said, had the first entry, got the first score, which was a minor one. But since then, it's mainly been played on the terms of Goulburn Murray, so it's slightly for the centre wing as far as their territory is concerned. Flat 20-minute quarters for the V-Line Cup. No ruck could get a hand on it, but out the back of the pack, Levi Duffy finding Dudgeon. Building nicely, playing on from 55 out. He's popped up again as Thompson. Can he get a kick away? The desperation smother in defence. Has it gone out? It'll continue to stay in here. Boys just smashing into each other. Oliver Wilson was one of those. As the ball's eventually being scooped out and eventually gone over the line, so excellent smother. A goal-saving one. Look, another stoppage. I believe it was Hudson Kershett who got the smother. Clancy Keenan, touch play on. In the Bendigo game yesterday for Goulburn, there was about 46 touched off the boots due to the immense pressure. Will Packer Sends them packing on their way down towards forward 50. Just left the footy behind. Was able to get the handball there, Simons. Now the next target in Bowles. Beautiful chase down. Never had enough possession of the ball or time in control of the ball for it to be a free kick. They'll get a stoppage inside their attacking zone. Bowles doing the ruck and doing it himself as well. And just grabbed it out. And he's going to be doing the tackling. He's Harry Bowles. I imagine would have some relation to the Bowles that we saw in the girls' matchup, who was one of the better players out there. Right on the boundary here is Will Forrest. 2-on-1 in favour of Goulburn. Now it's about a 3 or 4 on one, and they've been able to work it out and take the mark. So when they've had to defend, they've done so nicely throughout the early stages. Not the required journey. That one is spent it before he's had it. He's got a little bit of time, does Jack Hudson, to continue to move it down the line. Here's Hudson Kershett, who got that goal-saving smother. Now with Joel Evans, all of a sudden northeast. Oh, that would have been an almighty mark from Donovan. And as I was saying, it just feels like now northeast, slowly and surely, building some steam here. At 11 minutes remaining in the first, so nearing the halfway point. Just the one goal so far. Who's going to be the next one to break through? Seemingly looks like northeast. It could be the team. Evans got the handball off to Ryder Murray. He'll pump it in long, just a bit too long. Ryder Murray representing the Murray Bushrangers. It's a match made in heaven. There's Donovan standing up tall in defence yet again. Clancy Keenan. There's Clance. Goes for a little short chipper. They've been able to weather the storm. The kick going directly to the opposition in Will Massey. He's kicked 10 goals for Curra Rutherglen throughout the year as Massey. Might be starting on more of a defensive role here this afternoon. Can this finally be the moment? He's going to pop it up instead. Could have had a ping himself. As the pace, keeping it in boards is Forrest. Just took on a little bit too much in the end, and Goulburn Bramble forced the turnover. Just too much on the kick towards Hyde, who kicked a sensational set shot last night at Muddy Bush Reserve under lights. It's great to have the night game over at Muddy Bush Reserve. Slightly forward to centre wing here for the Northeast Bushrangers. Pressing at the moment. They've just lacked a little bit of composure when entering inside forward 50. A little bit too hot with some of their kicks. Goulburn, yet again, trying to find Riley Thompson. Why not? But he's been beaten on this occasion for the first time today. Jack Ibrahim. Surely not another Ibrahim coming through the Bushrangers ranks. Of course, the sister dominating. It's a lovely kick. Will Packer. It's exactly what you want as a forward. Not having to break stride. Didn't even have to take it with the hands out. Was able to get the nice chesty there. Lenny Sims. Been playing some senior footy for Wangaratta Thirds in the famous Hubbard's and Murray League, of course. Only 15 years of age still. 45-degree angle, 45-metre kick, and there's the first for the North East Bushrangers. 1-1-7 apiece. About 8 minutes left here in this first quarter. Lenny Sims, as I said, been playing for the Wangaratta Thirds in the Hubbard's and Murray League. 9 goals, 6 bests throughout the 2025 season for him at that level. Boys still getting used to the 666. Doing the ruck work. Sydney Nile. And then just yanking it out of the middle. I believe it was Zach in the hole, taking a nice interception though. Was Chant into space for Caffarella. Handball back in boards, just getting the kick away in the nick of time was Harry West. Doesn't look pretty, but they've been able to build it towards the centre wing. Perry Williams involved in this passage. Now it's with Lenny Sims, who got the goal only moments ago. Can he set up the next? Just got caught between the two targets, but Harry Bowles was seeing his dashing pace already throughout. The snap. Whew, that would have been a fantastic finish. In the end, it's just gone through for a point. Dane Wilson was premiership player with the Shepparton Nota Bears this year. Will be on kick-out duties. Opportunity arising here for Nate Warren. Playing on, using his speed. He's got some wheels, does the young man. Surely not. He can't do it again. Riley Thompson, he's done just about everything inside forward 50. Goes the little cheeky dribbler. Not meant to be another minor score. So both teams can't quite capitalise. 1-2-8. Plays 1-2-8. Here for the 2025 the VLAN Cup. It's a Division 1 matchup. It's our third and final game of the day. Of course, tomorrow will be plenty more action across 3 sets of grounds. As the kick inside forward 50. We're trying to find the big fella in Kobe Ross, but again, just not quite where he wanted it. Nice body work and a good mark from Harry McDonald. Plays his footy with Albury. Also goes to Geelong Grammar, so a bit of travelling involved for McDonald. And that's just beautifully read there from Kai Linton. And open, he's just crept up from basically full back as Hudson Kershett put his back to goals pretty much straight away. He's turned around now to have a bit of a look. But Hudson Kershett, as I said, he's played prominently in the back line today. He had the goal-saving spoil in the early stages of the game. He's just crept up. Got the uncontested mark inside forward 50, and the defender can't quite capitalise. But they take the lead by a single point. 2 times that they have led today, it has been by a single point. Going for that corridor chip again. Wanting Nate Warren, he's had plenty of it. He's done extremely well there. Didn't look like he was anywhere near it. Was Duffy. The kick was short, but he just jumped in over the top. Hyde, full stretch, taking the mark. Next kick down the line, letting the Goulburn boys down, though. Looks promising there for a sec. Latter stage of this first term. Apologies, it was Red Drop Miller. Him and Hyde do look eerily similar. Here is Hyde. There you go. It's 2-on-1 in favour of North East. Backed himself in the contest there nicely. Did Chant. He's always going to take that. Had his name written all over it. There's Hyde with the wobbler. Sydney Nile involved. He's been good today. Doing a bit of ruck work. Doing some stuff on ground level as well. Be forced to throw this one up. Right on the paint here at Mars Stadium. Sun starting to shine for about the first time today. It's been mainly overcast. It's a little bit windy on ground level, but nothing too major. Dangerous kick because it's going to be coming back in through Hyde. It was strong enough to get the hands out towards Nile. Opportunity beckons now for the Bushrangers. Took a lot of contact, but still somehow was able to find that handball back to Nile. That's going to be holding the ball. No advantage will be paid. That's a big defensive stop there from the Northeast boys. It looked like a certain goal for Goulburn. As they're going to try and work this one out on the outer side. It was a 2-on-1. They will win it. Will Packer. It's been one of the better out there for Northeast. Although they've coughed it up in a pretty dangerous spot. Taken in the 360. He's able to get past a couple. 35 metres out on the snap. Not enough purchase on the kick. Playing on immediately. Why not? They've got a couple of players open. Put it into advantage for Noel Wells, all the likes. Well, spent it before he had it, though. Did Oliver Wilson. Both teams just with a couple of little errors here. Will Packer involved. Little soccer from Wells. Pushed out of it. Ball to be won right in front of us here, broadcast side. Noel Wells with a nice tackle. Just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 139. Northeast Bushrangers. 1-2-8 for the Goulburn lads. Under 15s. Division 1 V-Line Cup matchup. That is beautifully roved from Oliver Wilson. Just couldn't quite get enough time or space to get the kick away after he roved it. Still enough time for either side to score. That's a better marking contest. He gave away the push in the back earlier in the quarter, but maybe just had a bit of a blood rush, but they'll continue to surge it forward. Faked him out through hand, put himself under pressure, did Zach Jones, still got the kick away, trying to paddle it forward almost to himself in the end for Will Forrest. He'll lurk around the pack, waiting for the handball, holding the ball. The defence, yet again, from Goulburn, proving tough to contend with. It's a bit of a sky ball across the face of goal, but Cody Costello takes the mark. He's another one of those premiership players with the Shepparton Noda Bears. Kicked it directly to Gabe Banks. $50 metres. And this kick will be basically on the quarter time siren. And they're going to be well and truly up and about if this can sail through for Gabe Banks. Plays his footy for Bright. He's had the 9 goals this year. 4 best on grounds at under 17 level. 15 years of age on the quarter time siren to come into this huddle with a full head of steam and a 7-point lead. Right in front of us here at Mars Stadium for this Division 1 matchup, and that's going to be no score. So end of the first term, 139 plays 1-2-8. Austin Kruger here for the V-Line Cup. We'll see you after the break. Second quarter underway here for our final match of day 2 of the 2025 V-Line Cup. The Goulburn Murray Bushrangers 128 trail the Northeast Bushrangers 139. Northeast in the white, going to the right. Goulburn in the purple, off to your left towards the grandstands. Kick inside. Oh, geez, looked like, yes, it will be the mark. Will McGregor. Really good. There's a fantastic lead to the footy. He's just caught in two minds whether or not to have a ping, have a shot. He'll set it up to the top of the square. Went for the spoil there. That might just result in a direct goal to the opposition. Took on a hell of a lot in the tackle. There did Bowles. Then the thumping fist coming from McGregor, who put it back in that direction initially. So inside forward 50 now for Northeast. Just one goal apiece for both sides. Lenny Sims was the goal scorer for Northeast. Riley Thompson got the job done for Goulburn. Speaking of getting the job done, Levi Duffy, although the kick should have been taken there from Chant. And then he's given away the free kick too. Off to Zach. Zach, that is. He's coming from nowhere there. It was high. Looked like a certain interception. Done very well to make up the ground and pump it back towards Kobe Ross. Again, just hasn't quite been serving them up to the forwards as well as they would have liked. Nonetheless, didn't take them long to get it back inside their attacking zone. We'll have the boundary throw it. So both rucks almost with a bit of a fresh area. On ground level was Will Packer. Clancy Keenan over the shoulder handball that will result in the turnover. Speaking of turnovers, so is that just bounced in boards? Insufficient intent? Option C, boundary throw in. Bit of a lull to start this second quarter. Maybe there's a few people still waiting in line for the canteen, which excellent canteen down here at Mars Stadium. Also got all the locals watching on from the establishment indoors as well. It's a good time to be in Ballarat. Just pinging around. No one could really get a clean look. Northeast trying to burst away. Was there a bit of a hold, or he flailed the arms out hoping that he'd get the free kick? Keenan skies it. And Liddell marks it. Cameron Liddell. 3-on-1 in favour of Northeast. Ross just bursting through, and he's won the football back for his side. Should have been taken in defence. They had the numbers, but what they didn't have was Kobe Ross. 69 goals he's kicked from 27 games at local level for Violet Town. Ridiculous numbers. He had the 51 and 16 last year. He's a goal-scoring machine, is Kobe Ross. By the time he kicks, it'll pretty much be 50 metres. No point providing the lead. He'll have the distance, you would think. Kobe Ross comes in to get them going here in the second. He loves it! Thoroughly deserved. It was a big 3-on-1 contest that he won out. He was the one in that situation. Got the free kick, and that's the second goal now for the Goulburn Murray boys, who are searching for their first victory within the 2025 V-Line Cup amongst the girls, the Division 2 and Division 1. So they're going to be ravenous to try and get the win this afternoon. Zach Jones in the ruck for Northeast and the Wodonga Raiders, not to be confused with the Zach Jones of St Kilda Football Club. got some pace there, the number 11 rider Murray for North East. He's shown some whizzy little moments, but coughed it up at a very dangerous part of the ground. Niall with a little snap. Dribbled it back up to himself. Got to be clean. Here does Cody Costello. Was clean enough to continue. He tried to get the little checky and keep it indoors, but boundary umpire in perfect position. Five-point lead in favour of Goulburn. After that lovely set shot from Kobe Ross. Red drop Miller at the drop of the ball. Just the required journey. Hamble over the top, trying to get a quick punch going. Linson left it behind. Nice wrap up from Donovan. And we'll throw it up just outside the centre circle here at Mars Stadium. Goulburn went down to Bendigo by 68 points last night at Muddy Bush Reserve under lights. Looking to make amends for that here this afternoon at Mars Stadium. Here in the prime time slot. Oh, he's nearly lost his footing. Done Wilder. Continue on his merry way. Gabe Banks has had a few moments throughout. Linson, another one. Crowd asking for ball, not getting. Archie Dunn taken and slammed into the turf from Axel Saunders. It's a nice tap, just couldn't quite get enough on it though. It'll still work out. Jones, who got the initial tap, just couldn't get it on ground level. Red drop Miller. Taken in the tackle, thrown. This one will be thrown up right on the 50-metre line. 139 plays 2-2-14 in favour of Goulburn. I believe it's Niall yet again. It is. There's a Lacey Niall that also plays with the Murray Bushrangers in the girls program. I imagine there would be some relation there. Got the front positioning. Couldn't get the mark, but brought it to ground in Hamish White. Hyde did well under pressure, finding Clancy Keenan. Cameron Liddell. He put the kick inside. That was the last time that they got a goal. And it was to that man, in Kobe Ross. Of course, a little bit of a different play. Last time it bounced before it went to Kobe Ross, and he was awarded the free kick after a big 3-on-1 monstrous victory, and then banged it from about 50 metres. This one, he's only about 7 metres in from the boundary. It'll be a 45-metre kick for his second, for 2 goals on the trot here in the second quarter. Kobe Ross comes in. It's going to go across the face of goal and eventually just thumped over the line from the northeast bushies. The kick out of defence. Can he keep it in? Seth Chant has done well. He's maybe should have let it go out because he's been able to bomb it back inside forward 50. Doing the defending will be West. Under a lot of pressure in the early stages of this second quarter, and that's on full display with that kick as it sounded out of bounds on the full right of Dudgeon to bring him back into play. He's in the bests for the Shepparton Nota Bears in their grand final victory earlier in the year. It was right of Dudgeon. You'd think it'd be far too far out to score. Well, a lot of players were vying for that football. Liddell was one of them. Looked like he was going to be in prime position to come in and swoop in from the side, but the players pile on top of each other and we'll throw it up. Pressing. Here are Goulburn. What can they muster up? As that's been called for a throw. Lenny Sims, who spent majority of the first quarter as a forward, or at least he kicked their first goal. Now he's been put in defence. Bit of 1-2 action. Skied it a little bit. He's continuing to surge forward as Sims, just getting the kick away. Well done from Goulburn. They've got the numbers now. Wells takes the mark, plays on, shrugs past one tackle, eventually does use that option in Wilson. He's going to go back in boards. They're all going to just fly in. They're almost just getting the right of each other there. And Tommy Caparella. So we'll throw it up just outside the centre circle. 139 plays 2-3-15. Just gone past the halfway point of this second quarter. Division 1 matchup. 2025 V-Line Cup. Big thanks to the major partner sponsor there in V-Line, of course. Seth Chant has had plenty of it off half back here for North East. Have struggled to get a lot of ball in their forward half of the ground this quarter, but they've got an opportunity now. They've got a one-on-one, has the kick. He's just had to stop at his tracks on the lead. Not what you're after as a forward. Fantastic collection on ground level, but the kick slightly skewed, not too happy with himself, Will Forrest, but he should be very proud with his ability to actually get that ball off the grass there. That was coming in hot. Didn't get the goal, but skills like that aren't hard to come by, especially at under 15 level. There's the thumping kick from Hyde, landing right in the chest of Liam Hutchinson. There's the two teams kicking it back to each other. Here's the Duff man, Levi Duffy. And as I said, the two teams kicking it back to each other. This time it will just slip out the back for Will McGregor. He's looked lively. He goes to the hammer fist of Forrest. Here he is, the man. He's been lively. As I said, McGregor across the face. Had some opportunities, but so 1 for 10. Plays 2-3-15. He had the short little chip option there in Red Drop Miller. He's going to go for the LDL because he's got the big fella in Hyde. Fantastic mark. He's come off his line, play on. He's not too concerned. Speaking of good marks, there's another one. Sydney Nile. Arguably one of their best today. Now with Ryder Dudgeon. The Stars linking up for Goulburn. It feels like. There's only 5 points in it. I've seen a common theme throughout pretty much all of Goulburn's boys' games, Division 2 and 1, is them being able to control portions of the game and not get enough reward on the scoreboard. So certainly something we'll be looking for. Well done to keep it in. Sydney Nile having some kind of afternoon here at Mars Stadium. He'll chip it back inside forward 50. Well defended from North East, as they've done so throughout. He's done well to get a slight digit on it. Hyde. He's done even better to get the tackle. Advantage will be paid. Kick coming in from Nate Warren and the mark taken from Oliver Wilson. That was just fantastic football. Hyde heavily involved. He got the big mark when they were exiting their defensive 50. Backed it up here in the half-forward region. It was a great kick from Warren. Can the young man Oliver Wilson back it up with a goal? It's going to be close. It's going to hit. It's the double dinker. It's hit both posts. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's still a point? Or is it out of bounds of the full? It's a point, of course, but double dinker. Wow. Just when you saw it, you've seen it all. The V-Line Cup. Tough one to read in the air, but Archie Dunn's done well. Got numbers out the back as they've done so. Jack Hudson, through hand, under pressure, just cooking his teammates a touch. Nate Warren was the option, just slipped through his hands. Holding the ball will be the call. There's Noah White. 29 goals from his 18 games with Bright under 17s this year for Noah White. Number 6 there for North East. Just landed nicely for Sims for his second. Hits the post. We've had... What's going on with these posts? There's been quite a few throughout the 3 games of action today. Nothing like that double dinker, though. See it in the NFL a lot. Rugby, but not in the great Australian rules footy. His height, he's certainly not hiding around the ground. He's popping up absolutely everywhere. That's a piercing kick. He can do it all. Saw him kick one from 48 on the boundary yesterday. He's done some slick work on ground level. That was smart footy there from Red Drop Miller. He thought, I'll just let everyone have a go for it. But in defence, has done well. Kershit, still not out of trouble. Handball received to Hutchinson. 2-on-2. Everyone has a flight. He's done well not to get him high there. Oliver Wilson. Fantastic handball. Will Forrest was on the receiving end of it. Kick. Not as good. Lenny Sims, though, he's going to continue to surge it forward. He's a brute of a man. He's got their only goal, and they're looking for their second to bring him back into the game. See you later, Harry McDonald. He just shoved him right out of it. Nearly another great mark from Noel. The inboards. Handball was fantastic from Joel Evans. Dispossessed. Unlucky. Just starting to lift here in the latter stage of this second quarter. 1-5-11. Plays 2-4-16. Very dangerous across the face. Did he... Oh. Lining up. It's going to be Hudson Kershit. A little bit hot there, but didn't look like he quite had disposal of footy, but it was a pretty tough one to call. So Hudson Kershit out of Kurrawa, straight in front. Currently on 1-5 as a side. And there we go. Finally gets one through the middle. He's had an opportunity in the first quarter. He saved a goal as well in the first. He's kicked one for himself. And he's just given the Northeast Bushies the lead once again. 2-5-17 plays 2-4-16. Just under 3 minutes left to the big break. He's just making sure that all the boys are in the 6-6-6 position. They've got one too many on the field by the looks of it. Someone out of position. So that will be the first official warning. Zach Jones, 186 centimetres. He's doing well on the ruck. Handball now to Noah White. Gives it back to Banksy. Well done in defence, Hamish White. He's got some good pace. Weaves around. How's the pickup on the outer side? That is immense from Riley Thompson. That is about as good as you will see. It looks like he'd actually marked the ball. Tell you what, you'd put him on a list just for that. Fantastic effort. He's kicked a goal as well, but within the blink of an eye is an opportunity for a snap for Liam Hutchinson. There's no one in the goal square if they can get the bounce, in which they can't. Minute and change remaining till halftime. Of course, Northeast is their first game within Division 1. They had the bye yesterday. Goulburn played last night. That match wrapped up at about 8 o'clock, so there might be a few sore bodies out there tiring for the Goulburn lads. As we're seeing in the latter stage of this half. And it's not registered, so it's just squeezed in for a point. In the end, I believe that was Noel White. So Bennett to bring the ball back in. 190 centimetres. He's big, Bennett. And that one's going to be a boundary throw, and so just slightly spilled over the line. Don't think there's enough time left to score. By the time it's thrown in, you nearly have to just soccer it from the ruck contest and let it fly for 60 metres if anyone is able to. Nice wrap-up tackle. Half-time siren sounds here at Barnes Stadium for this Division 1 V-Line Cup match-up between the Goulburn Murray boys and the North East boys. There's only a few points in it at the big break. We'll have a short little break ourselves before we come back for the second half. One half remains for day 2 of the 2025 V-Line Cup. The North East Bushrangers are looking for the clean sweep today over the Goulburn Murray Bushrangers. 2-7-19 they are playing Goulburn 2-4-16, some inaccuracy from both sides. Well, we've got a close one at half-time. Our goal scorers for the North East boys, Lenny Sims and Hudson Cushett, with singles and Riley Thompson and Kobe Ross. From a Goulburn perspective, the goal scorers, they'll be going to the left of Udall, in which the clearance will be going off the boot of Hyde, but he's kicked it the wrong direction. He's won the centre clearance, so no, they're not going to the left of Udall, they're going to the right. He kicked it directly to Lenny Sims. We saw this happen in the AFL a few weeks back with Port Adelaide and Adelaide in the showdown, and Sims makes no mistake. And there we go in the opening seconds of this second half. Lenny Sims just bangs through his second thanks to the goal assist from the opposing side. Almost. So 3-7-25, 2-4-16. He's had a wonderful day, Hyde, but bit of an error. To be fair, I thought they were going to the left too with the kick, so I was thinking, gee, Sims has put himself in a good defensive spot here. And no, of course. So not the ideal start coming out of half-time for Goulburn. Couldn't have scripted that one any better for North East. In fact, no way I could have predicted that one. So, dinky little dribbler to no one in particular. And from Goulburn, was coming off the boot of Saunders. Tapped it right back down to the opposition, serving it to him on the silver platter, the opposing side, through hand. Smart not to take the advantage there. It was a good tackle. Goulburn all of a sudden find themselves down 9 by 9 points. Nate Warren towards half forward. Can Ross get on the end of it out the back? Is it holding him out? The football taken. Was still able to get the handball away there. Did Dudgeon. Inside forward 50. Can he get onto his second here? Riley Thompson gets past one. Snap around. That is a fantastic spoil. And Ross just goes bang. Still not out of trouble, Thompson. He's kept it in beautifully. Taken over the line eventually. I believe that was Gabe Banks with a big smother there. Taking a couple bounces out of the defensive goal square. Handball over the top to Ryder Murray. Now with Cushett, who kicked a goal. He saved a couple. He's done a bit of everything. Now he's taken in the tackle. There's a potential drag back in. Well, done there from Hyde, who laid the tackle. Also set up the first goal of this second half. Just not to the right team. Another cruncher. Another ball up. Slightly forward to centre wing here for Goulburn. Broadcast side here at Mars. Final game of the day. Still searching for that first victory of Goulburn within the V-Line Cup. Fantastic work on ground level there from Dudgeon. Fed it off to Donovan. Ball eluded Warren. There has been some slight trinkles of rain throughout the day, and obviously yesterday was coming in pretty heavy. So I imagine there are some slightly dewy conditions on the ground level for the players. Also some tired bodies out there. And here's Murray taken straight away. High pressure start to this second half. As I mentioned, North East won the girls match-up. They won the Division 2. Bendigo got the clean sweep on Goulburn yesterday. They're trying to avoid a similar thing happening here on day 2 of the V-Line Cup. So I'll toss it back up. He's got those little behind the shoulder taps is Zach Jones, number 19 for North East, and running onto the football beautifully there was Packer. A target though, couldn't get the mark in Hutchinson. It was the interception here for the Goulburn lads. Jack Hudson, it was intercepting that ball. Should be re-entering and certainly will. Can Lenny Sims get his third? It's going across the face, but it's bounced in play. As they say in the classics, not a bad result. Don't want to concede another one here if you're Goulburn. They've worked very hard to stay in contention throughout, and it's been quite the even contest to be fair, but after coughing up the first of the half, you don't want to let it get too much past this point as it stands at the moment. 25-17, it's been a tough day to score goals, so that 15-point buffer, if they can get to it, certainly would be a tall ask to come back from. But bursting off the back line is Darcy Wilson into some space for Riley Thompson. He's got a goal to his name. He's had a couple of near moments as well. Turnover has been forced. Linson taking the mark. Corridor ball is a nice one, finding Will Forrest. North East. Got the momentum now. It's shifted. Couldn't get it on the bump. A little soccer trying to get some territory back. Hyde, little paddle, was able to get the handball away. That is fantastic work there from Hyde. Goulburn left it behind through Corso though. It's been pinging around the two arcs last couple of minutes. It will go at least towards the paint of 50 here from Simons. Nearly a push there from McGregor, across the face, kick from McDonald into open space. Spilling the mark was Gabe Banks, was able to mop up the mess. He got the kick away. Out of bounds on the pool. How's that for a kick? Hamish White finding Sol Zach. Going to go for the old switcheroo. Ooh, just playing on, putting on the block. He's got an option through hand over the top in Clancy Keenan. Well, why not go down the line when Sydney Isles there clunking him. The kick was perfect. The mark was perfect. And Kobe Ross will line up. Couldn't have served it to him any better. Didn't have to break stride. Hands out. Kobe Ross. Just confirming with the umpire where his line is. He kicked about a 50-metre roost in the second from straight in front. He had one from this kind of angle that he missed in the second. He comes in. He certainly gave it a fair roost, but it's a stellar mark from Joel Evans. He's been in the best 9 times from his 16 games, Joel Evans, for the Wodonga Bulldogs. It's going to stay in the attacking side of the ground, inside forward 50 or just out here for Goulburn. Need a goal to really bring him back in. And he can make up for his mistake to start the half. Can Hyde make amends? Eamon Hyde, 17 goals, 9 best from his 12 games of the Cobram under-17s in 2025. He was a Div 2 rep last year. He kicked a beauty from the pocket in last night's match at Marty Bush Reserve and at Mars Stadium. He does make amends for his mistake. And he brings it back to a 2-point margin. He'll certainly rest a little bit easier tonight. He joins Riley Thompson and Kobe Ross as the individual goal scorers for the Goulburn Murray boys. For North East, single to Hudson Kershett and 2 to Lenny Sims. We've just hit the halfway point of the third quarter. There's 2 points in it. 3-7 plays 3-5. Things just starting to open up here at Mars. Thumping fist from Niall. He's been good today. Through hands, Murray over the top. That's another one in the peroxide who's just been a classy user. Slammed right down into the grass. Oliver Wilson makes him eat the grass much like Matty Rowell does before he wins the Brownlow. Ross taken immediately. Laying the tackle there was Joel Evans. And according to my stats, or the sheets in front of me, apparently Joel Evans and Kobe Ross are the same height at 182 centimetres. Not too sure about that. Oh, bang. That's surely got to be a little bit high. It mustn't have had the advantage point to correctly call that for myself. Hutchinson putting the North East lads just inside. Oh, he did well to get a kick away. Just needed to go a little bit more over the top, but it might work out for Archie Simons into space for Will McGregor. He's been lively. He's had some moments. He hasn't been able to convert a major yet, and it doesn't look like he will on this occasion. Although it's just scooped out nicely. Spent it before he had it, did Archie Simons, who kicked it in there initially. And there we go. Got it on the second attempt. Simons to McGregor. They stuffed it up the first time, but on the second time, no. He executed the play proficiently. He's going the drop punt by the looks of it. We'd love to see it. McGregor straight away. You knew he was going to have a big celebration. It's a solid drop punt, which we love to see. I reckon 60% of AFL players would have gone for a snap from there. The young man backs, he's kicking in. And rightly so. 4-7-31. North East move to Goulburn, trailing 3-5-23. Austin Krug here live on the Sportscast Australia stream on the YouTube channel. Of course, for the Beeline Cup. Big day of action tomorrow across 3 grounds. Ballarat City Oval. There'll be some more action here at Marsden. We're back in the middle. Getting the clearance is going to be Lenny Sims. He's kicked 2 goals. They put him in the middle to try and win it at the coalface in the orange wheels. Putting him back inside. Murray nearly out the back. Fortuitous for Perry Williams. Couldn't get enough on the snap to get the shot or to find Caffarella. So the game's on the 9th edge here. Another goal really start to open things up for the North East lads. And they are pressing at the moment. It to take an almighty snap from Will Packer. Good running from Clancy Keenan to provide a target down the line. Is it going to be a push in the back or out of bounds? Out of bounds. So we'll throw it back in. Right at the junction of the 50 in the boundary line. Contesting the ruck is going to be Harry Bowles up against Sydney Nile. A bit of a height disadvantage, but they've done well even sometimes with the height disadvantage in those ruck contests. It's going to be pushing the back, so it's going to stay in the forward half of the ground. Just a couple of undisciplined acts, allowing the North East lads to keep it in a threatening zone. Just a little too hot on the kick to find the target in Tommy Caffarella. Coach telling them to roll up. wonder if they played the density rule. Anyway, surely not going to be paid the mark. Wasn't. Tried to claim it. Falling to ground. Flying shot. Out of bounds. On the full. It's gone on the roof. Bounced back down. I'll have to get one of the patrons to go collect that one for us. Might have ended up in the coffee van. As the Sharon's just been thrown in from the gates here at Mars Stadium. Goes for the long bomb down the line. Probably needed to go a little bit closer to boundary so they could ensure if they didn't win it, they could at least try get it out. Instead, it's going to be bouncing back into a man who's already kicked two in Sims. Again, the goalkeepers from Goulburn doing an immense job. It's just how long can they continue to defend for? Axel Saunders. 27 goals, 11 best for his 23 games for the Mulwala under-17s. He was told to play on as he was out of bounds. Murray's going to crash into his own teammate there and Noah White. Wanted to get the specky. Nice acrobatic spoil. Coming from Zach Jones, who's certainly stood out today. 186 centimetres, Zach Jones. He's done most of the ruck work, and he's the fourth tallest player out there. Or fifth, sorry. So they're clearly back in his aerial abilities, and he has done a good job throughout. So going back with the fly, couldn't hold on to the mark, could Ryder Murray. Noel Wells, who's had a good game, plays that tackle. He's had several tackles over that specific part of the ground here at Mars Stadium, has Noel Wells. Slightly forward to centre here for the Goulburn lads, who are 8 points in the rears of the northeast. Hyde slams him. A couple of repeat stoppages in this portion of the ground. Hyde with another tackle. It's going to be a throw. Going back to Hyde, I tell you what, he has well and truly made amends. Of course, at the start of the half, he won the centre clearance and kicked it the wrong direction that resulted in a goal. I'm going to just stop saying anything positive because every time I do, there's a smother or something like that. Either way, he has had a wonderful game, Hyde. Another stoppage right in front of us. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Can someone break it open? There's a free kick. Looks to be going the way of Zach Jones. Now to Packer. Packer towards Simons and the likes. Doing the defending, though, is Hamish White. There we go, insufficient intent. That is the first we've seen throughout the V-Line Cup, or at least the first I've seen through the now 6 games of action that I've called. So he skies it to the top of the square. Everyone has a fly, but it's at the fall of the ball. It's purple Guernseys. The Duff man sending it down the line. Made the footy his own. Did Henry Ackley. The big Ackers. Another sky ball and another interception. Jack Hudson has had a few of those today. Probably saved a couple of goals for his side. As the Goulburn lads will chip this one around. Will they try? 45 seconds on the clock. Hyde from the side, playing on. One last ditch effort before the three-quarter time siren to get a goal and bring it back to a one-kick game, but out of defence. Brilliant work. Right back to him. It's Hyde yet again. Been told to get a move on. we go. Willing and waiting was Noah Wells. 1-on-1 inside forward 50. Just lost it. Concorso forced the turnover. Well done on ground level. Oh, he just got the handball away before getting pinned. That could have been a game-turning moment. Handball over the top to Sims. Sims will burst away off half-back. Three-quarter time siren will sound. There's only 8 points in it with 20 to go. We'll have our final break of the day before we bring you right up to the full-time siren. The Northern East Bushrangers leading by 8 points coming into this final term for Day 2, the 2025 V-Line Cup. Live from our stadium. Should be an entertaining last 20 minutes. Goulburn going to the left. I am sure of it this time. Northeast in the white Guernseys off to the right. Bursting off halfback is Hyde. Beautiful kick. He's got some good purchase on that. It's gone about 60 metres. He was slung to the ground without the footy. He didn't get the free kick. On ground level. Trying to put it back inside was Donovan, but Will Packers just kicked that one into the construction site. So you can hear the tradies yelling out to old mate to stop whatever he's doing, get the footy back over. Nice handball there from the man in orange, the high vis. He's clearly seen a footy before. That was some nice purchase on the handball. Down the line he goes, probably a bit too much space in the end, did Chant. Free kick going back the way of Northeast. Northeast coached by Jeremy Campbell, manager Simon Plunkett. With the Goulburn lads, Terence Toohey, the head coach, and Ben Moles has been managing the boys over the past couple of days as they look to try and break through into the next level of competition, the next Talent Pathway program. There's no rest in the football world. Today's only Tuesday. I think Coates Talent League Grand Final finished on Saturday, and there's already trials happening all across, not just the country regions, but Metro. Already looking ahead to 2026 and the years to come, as Goulburn still searching for their first victory amongst the boys' Division 2, 1, and the girls throughout the V-Line Cup. It would mean a lot to them. That is a fantastic interception there from Noah White out of Bright. Was able to get the spoil. Little tap down towards Wells. The little pocket rocket pops it towards Ross. Just left it behind. Archie Dunn. He's done with it. He just banged it onto his boot. And they've done well to clear this one out to the outer side of our stadium. Back to where the passage of play started with the high vis. Getting the handball back in boards. It's just staying within play. Wrapping up in the tackle was Hamish White. And then from a Goulburn point of view. So George Marby's just warming up on the interchange here. George Marby Nicholson, of course, at Murapuna. Who can have a strong impact. So watch out if that number 14 for Goulburn comes back onto the ground. Could have a moment thrown back into play. Centre wing out of side. That's some good work from the young man. Joel Evans just got the arms out under pressure. There's Dwayne Wilson. Happy to see it over the boundary line. 31 plays 23. Early stages of this fourth quarter. Northeast had the bye yesterday, so they're well rested coming into this last term, which might come into play. The Goulburn boys, their last game wrapped up at about 8 o'clock last night at Marty Bush Reserve. So there could be some tired, sore bodies out there. It's a crunching, potential game-turning moment from Henry Ackley. Henry Ackley with the big tackle towards 50. Hyde. Ultra impressive today, has Hyde. Whew. Good grab from Joel Evans. Got a nice leap. Floats it over the top. Bit of a nervous wait, but was able to get the mark. Was Harry McDonald. Head of Albury and Geelong Grammar. One of the most prestigious schools going around. Good grab under pressure from Zach. Next target down the line was Ross. Well, interfered with, though, yet again. Will Packer showing some excellent ball use, finding Perry Williams. Yet again, now to Archie Simons. Something is bubbling and building here for the northeast side. Inside they go. Both got a hand on it. Weaving past. There in support. Will Packer. He's been good today. Can he get them going in the last? No, he can't. Minus score. 4-8-32. Plays 3-5. 23. 5 minutes into this last quarter. It's not too windy on ground level. Went down just before to have a look and have a feel. It's not been a favourable scoring end throughout the day, it feels as though, but it has been a tough day in front of goals for a number of sides. Here's Axel Saunders. The big axe. He's going to have a fly from out the back. Speaking of out the back, Noel Wells is lurking. He's continuing to dribble that one to himself. Here he, apologies, it's not Wells. It's Riley Thompson who got him going in the first. Missed another. Henry Ackley to bring it back in. He's had a number of moments that have caught the eye. Of course, that big crunch and tackle right in front of us before, but throughout the day, he's been a rock for Northeast. Speaking of, this man is single-handedly keeping them in contention. No one in the goal square. 55 out. He's probably, he's bouncing. And another minus goal. He's probably looked to be caught in two minds whether or not to try and kick that into the pocket to his forward or have a shot in the end. Maybe a little bit of caught between two. Another minus score, 7 points in it, so very interesting final 10 or so minutes to play out here. The two just getting in the road of each other. Sims hasn't made too many mistakes today. Oliver Wilson, good tackle. It'll stay locked in. Goulburn. I'll throw it up. Niall slaps that one mid-air. In defence, they've got the answers. Big contest to be won. And guess who's going to win it? It's going to be Hyde from this exact spot that he had only a short moment ago. In the pink wheels, Donovan. Oh, nearly for Ross. Free kick. The big copestar, Kobe Ross, out of Violet Town. So he kicked one from 50 straight in front. He's missed two from about 45 on a 45-degree angle. This one's going to be only about a 30-ish metre kick. So 1-2 on the afternoon for Kobe Ross. He's looked as the lively target along with Riley Thompson. This will make it a 1-point deficit. Minus score. It's an even one-goal game. Tell you what, if I was Northeast, I'd kick it as far into the construction side to lose the footy and waste some time, but that's not the spirit of the V-Line Cup, of course. That's why I'm a commentator, not a player. It's going to stay locked in. Oh, Hyde just couldn't quite. He just goes bang with the bump. Well done to continue the surge forward from Duffy. Finds its way back to Hyde. What a game he's having. Checky from 45 on the boundary. Even a point would be handy at this stage of the game. Just outside the goal square. Murray been solid in defence. Hyde again. Not a legal disposal. Holding the ball. Aim and hide. To even the ledger. As we're about to exactly hit the halfway point of this last quarter. He's already kicked one. It's floating, it's wobbling, it's going through for a point. That's what we call in the business a handy point. Still plenty of time left though. Not the greatest defensive exit kick. Tried to take on too much in the tackle. And a bit of reprieve. Yeah, for the NEB boys, Gabe Banks. Can just try to slow things down a touch. Or he wasn't happy with that kick for whatever reason. Looked okay to me. That's a mark, I reckon. So we'll throw it up. They've got some territory back their way to the Northeast lads. They've been living down Goulburn's side of the ground for some time here in this last quarter. Can they? A little bit unlucky not to be rewarded. Not sure if he had the hands on the footy. Eventually taken over the line. Oh, it's going to be holding the ball. So that's a big call here. With under 10 minutes remaining in this last quarter. One more goal might just do it. Smothered. In defence, Goulburn. They're going to have to clear it out with a big whopper of a kick. Huge contest to be won. What can the Duff man muster up? Oh, Levi Duffy. 2-on-1. He would have won a 6-on-1, but Levi Duffy, he's that kind of player. Well spoiled from Murray, but still in play for Riley Thompson. Left it behind, still just hitting with the boundary line. Murray wins it back. A good joust between the two. He was under pressure, he had to kick it under duress. Oh, he's gone for the big corridor. And it's been picked off from Simons. This could be a turning moment in the game. Can they run onto the football? Harry Bowles, handball over the top, into the goal square. And there we go. That might just be enough. Tommy Cavarella finally gets some good service inside forward 50. And it's back out to an 11-point game. They bang it through from the goal square. I think they have taken my advice. He did kick it onto the car park, but the umpires have been able to collect another Sharon almost immediately. Man in the high vis has got the footy back. I'll be just quietly keeping that one in the back pocket. Sharons don't come cheap these days. Back in the middle we go. Crucial goal just scored. Can Goulburn respond again, or will it be the Northeast lads? Sims has been instrumental. He's already got one here, does Hudson Cushett. He'll set it up towards the goal square. Great tackle. Oh, could be pushing the back. Yep. You can hear the U's and R's in the crowd, but that's a push in the back. Well, there's at least one person in the crowd that was happy. And Will McGregor, who's had some moments good and bad today, mainly good. He kicked a goal. He's had many opportunities. He's looked lively for number 2 to well and truly put this game to bed. He misses to the left. .12-point margin. Touch under 6 left. So there's still a chance. Fantastic spoil from Will Forrest. The seal entered the ground or something. What was that? That's a good gather there from Forrest. Got the spoil. Now off to Archie Dunn. And took him a couple goes, but he does hold on to the mark and wants to pass it off and does so. It was a nice kick. Was good work in defence. Lucky not to give away the free kick, but he kind of gave away the contact without him actually realising that he was doing it, so it was well called. Now trying to burst away was I believe it was the Duff man, Levi Duffy. And down the line, intercepted from Evans. Another touch coming for Will Forrest. Comes off his line, being told to play on. McGregor nearly. Handball scooped up from Clancy Keenan. It's continuing to stay in play here. Will Massey. It's a high ball. Tough on the grab. Not if your name's Dane Wilson, though. Clunks it nicely. Here we go. If they can score off this passage, it's game on, baby. We've seen a couple of one-on-ones between these two that have been must-watch TV. Murray lost his footing, but he was able to control the ball. Did he drag it back in? Will it be the question? The umpire was about to cross the arms, and then at the last second, he went, that's holding the ball, going the way of Riley Thompson. Three minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Mark has to be taken, and has been. Will Massey, there's been a massive off half back. It'll just stay in. Is that going to be 50? Nope. Back in boards. Cushit. That's a very dangerous kick. That is a very dangerous kick. Kobe Ross. Noah Wells is streaming in towards goal. He goes to Hyde instead. Hyde takes the mark. This is the exact spot where Hyde kicked it last night at Marty Bush Reserve. It was just on the opposing pocket, though, I believe. So Hyde, he's done it once in the V-Line Cup. So 28 now plays 39. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. 11 points, the margin. If they can get a quick one, it's possible. Well done in defence. The big Ackers, Henry Ackley, has had some game-saving moments in this last quarter. Will McGregor has shown class throughout. Well spoiled there from Hudson. Lands right back to the Northeast lads. One last bit of sauce on the sausage. Not quite, just going across the face. It'll stay in play. It's happened a few times throughout. Clancy Keenan tried to paddle it to himself. Opposing player was almost looking at the umpire to say if it was going to be called for a free kick for the push. So you think that's going to be enough now? Northeast Bushrangers, the NEB Bushrangers, going for the clean sweep on the Goulburn lads. Still searching for their first win. Lenny Sims, who's got two. The two number 10s contest for the ball. Slips out. Nice little tap back in the direction of Noel White, who snaps it around the corner. It's gone very high up in the air. Numbers at the fall with Goulburn. Falling to ground was Perry Williams. Was able to get off the handball, but it's bouncing towards the line. Surely not. Insufficient intent. Players. Yes, it's Northeast, boys, so of course that rule will be scrapped. We'll see the lasso coming into the men's competition next year, which is the best umpire signal going around, along with insufficient intent, which will be going. So at least we get to have the lasso. So North East trying to get one more before it's all said and done. There's not long left on the clock now. They keep turning the screen offside. He's going to burst away from halfback. There's nothing else he can do at this point. He was able to get the handball away. Clancy Keenan. Siren sounds. The clean sweep from the NEB Bushrangers. They tried hard, the Goulburn lads. They nearly came home with a wet sail. But 2 goals to Lenny Sims and singles to Will McGregor, Hudson Kershett and Tommy Caffarella proved too strong against the Goulburn lads. Their goal scorers, Riley Thompson, Eamon Hyde and Kobe Ross. The lads will gather together in the middle for the post-match presentation. It's been a pleasure to be joined alongside you this morning and this afternoon here for the 2025 Beeline Cup. And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, we'll get started. Thank you and well done to all involved, plus coaches, umpires. Great opportunity to play out on an AFL standard facility here in Ballarat. Teams put on a great show. They're nice, tight, hard-fought contests there to finish off the day. I'd like to invite forward the Goulburn Murray coach to say a few words, and there's the best one for the Goulburn Murray team.
Firstly, thanks to AFL Victoria for putting the show on, Beeline for their continued sponsorship, to the umpires and all the officials have done a fantastic job. Congratulations to all these supporters, terrific game. I was in the balance all day, so well done. Good luck tomorrow, have a good game tomorrow. To our guys, fantastic effort today. Commitment was really, really good. Bounced back from a tough day yesterday and shows a lot of character. So well done, boys. We've had a great 5-6 weeks together. So excellent effort. Our best player probably wasn't too hard to guess. 41, Stephen Hyde.
Well done. Now I invite forward North East Water Coach Jeremy Campbell to say a few words and announce his best player. All right, I firstly want to start with the Goulburn Murray boys. You showed up last night. Was it 6 o'clock that you played? In Ballarat's best weather. So to come out and play like you did today, I think we should give them a huge round of applause. Well done, guys. Really good effort. Secondly, I just want to thank Beeline. I want to thank Ballarat for holding us. I always marvel at the towns that put this on, and then we come out and play, and we're just looked after. So thanks to Beeline for sponsoring, and thank you to Ballarat. Our umpires, really well done. Really well done today. I thought this is umpires in that game, and it was really nice. So thank you. Parents, so all the parents go up Murray and also the northeast border. There's a lot of travel that you do. Thank you for your efforts. Taking them to all the trainings and then bringing them down here. And it's really nice to see so many parents come and watch this. So, boys, I think you should put our hands together for the parents. To our boys, well done. Battled hard. Battled really hard. And we didn't think we had any outstanding players. We thought our team was pretty even. Okay? But best on today that we thought was Noah White. Well done, mate. Thanks again, everyone. Safe travels to the Goulburn Murray team as they head home, and good luck to North East Border tomorrow. Finally, a big thank you again to V-Line and the City of Ballarat for hosting this. Thank you very much. Have a good night.